Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo Ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius Moon, born in the year of the Metal Ram. All the possible Western Sun and Moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in an Earth sign. Basically motivated by material needs and practicality. Recharges energy through working with the physical world, being productive, and feeding the senses. The Sun in the Signs, Interpretive Guidelines. Sun in Capricorn. Creative energy colored by self-control, caution, traditionalism. Essentially values hard work, authority, and achievement. Needs to work single-mindedly and with discipline toward well-defined goals in order to fully express self. Level of vitality is affected and sense of individuality is developed by one's ability to assume responsibility. Flow of creative expression can be frozen by pessimism, a cynical attitude, or too much concern with respectability and appearances. The Moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the Moon's sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The Moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in Air signs. Reacts to changing experiences with forethought and objective evaluation. Feels comfortable with self when expressing ideas and interacting socially. Sign position of the Moon. How one reacts based on subconscious predisposition. Moon in Aquarius. Reacts unpredictably, eccentrically, and with detached objectivity. Feels secure when exercising complete freedom of ideas, self-expression, and innovation. Responds individualistically, based on sense of self as unique, altruistic, and socially conscious. Needs to interact socially in order to feel emotionally centered and right about self. Nurtures others by encouraging their freedom and feels supported when given complete autonomy in return. A need for emotional independence can cause alienation from one's true feelings and aloofness towards the sensitivities of others. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science, copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Aquarius. Progressive. Can bring difficult lessons through erratic and ill-considered actions. Good minds, but erratic and unstable. Much originality of thought if it can get out of rigid thought patterns. A very cold-feeling nature because of not understanding the other fellow's needs. Aquarius is a mental sign, not emotional at all. Feelings are cramped and limited and do not operate freely. A strong selfishness behind a friendly manner. Often has arthritic conditions in later life due to rigid will and crystallizations of emotions. In a male chart, attracts a fixed and stable partner that cannot be pushed but can be coaxed. Sun-Moon Alchemy, the elemental combinations of the Sun sign and the Moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey, 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarian in 1994. Each Sun-Moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a Fire-Earth combination refers equally to Sun-Fire, Moon-Earth, as it does to Sun, Earth, Moon, Fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. Earth-Air combinations. This combination produces a productive, rational personality which can be both innovative and efficient. The challenge of being up in the air and down to earth at the same time is that of bringing together abstract thought with the nitty-gritty issues of getting on in the world. These two elements combine easily and make for a clear-headed, objective, and scientific approach. This is the temperament of the practical idealist who observes, thinks, plans a course of action, and then acts. American President John F. Kennedy, with his Sun in Gemini and Moon in Virgo, is an example of this combination and expresses the lunar instinct to give service to a rational, well-considered ideal in his famous injunction, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." When the Sun is in Earth and the Moon is in Air, the conscious, rational impulse is to get to grips with reality, to build, consolidate, and organize with the logical instinct to make one's efforts as humane and far-reaching as possible. There's often a dry sense of humor and a capacity to use language with adroit accuracy. The late American poet Carl Sandburg, Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Aquarius, had a talent for using colloquialisms, which is characteristic of this combination, and his view of slang expresses this down-to-earth communicative ability. Slang is a language that rolls up its sleeves, spits on its hands, and goes to work. Shadow. The Earth-Air individual is adept at mastering the mundane world, learning how things work and then applying their knowledge in many different and normally useful ways. They can, however, easily lose touch with the less quantifiable things of life, such as emotions. When this happens, they risk the danger of becoming dry as dust and stuck in the pragmatic, cost-effective, scientific approach. Relationships. This type enjoys communicating and being helpful, and tends to get on well with most people at a practical, social level. They will find predominantly fire and water types either alien or fascinating, but either way, the latter would enable the Earth-Air person to contact the more mysterious and emotional, irrational parts of their personality. The Earth-Air individual seeks rational rapport in a relationship, and they're very supportive and adaptable, but they need help in learning how to discover and share their feelings. Male versus female. This is a very androgynous combination, encouraging both the supportive skills associated with natural female roles and the intellectual skills of the male. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William U. Wei's Cosmic Astrology, copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Aquarius. Whiz Kid. You have a combination of good intelligence, extraordinary intuition, and compelling charm to help you achieve success. You will never be lonely because your cheerful charm will always draw people to you. You are likely to have many odd and influential friends who are vital to you. You have a very basic conflict in your combination. You have far-ranging and far-out involvements in activities. There is nothing like the ordinary Capricorn about you. You are bothered with the old and worn, so you approach everything with a view to change and innovation, even though you are somber, responsible, and realistic. The uncharted and unknown fascinate you. You also have the bravery to explore new ideas and to go down new trails. An Aquarius moon gives determined Capricorn a solid sense of freedom to go with the Capricorn thirst for status and acclaim. You have an enduring esteem for the past, and you feel you must conform to the influence of culture and parents. All Capricorns feel this. However, your Aquarian inner being gives you an equally firm need to be free and to rebel against conventionality and tradition. You can gain self-assurance and self-esteem by remaining socially active and pursuing an energetic and stimulating professional life. Associating with individuals who can give you emotional support and encourage your plans is important for you. It is just as important that your occupation gives you status and helps boost your satisfaction in yourself. Be careful not to let your vocation take the place of complete emotional satisfaction. Should work turn into everything for you, you may become abrupt and unfeeling even though you are actually very caring. Because your charisma and personality are hard to resist, you have no problem attracting romantic involvement. You may feel a powerful sense of blame, as though somehow you are a deserter whenever you affirm yourself and lead your life according to your own special, independent viewpoint. It would be a waste of your abilities, because you are such a talented and ambitious person, if you decided not to follow your instincts. Your inhibitions are unrealistic, and you have every right to decide on your own unique path to success and self-fulfillment. However, insecurity is often an issue. You probably have vague worries and uncertainties, like all Capricorns, in spite of your informal, self-assured manner. Your Aquarian thoughts can at times multiply this propensity, creating illogical phobias and suspicion. Notes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign, Moon Sign. Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Aquarius. Your greatest strengths. Lucid, practical intelligence. Insightful and supportive interest in people. Self-motivation, diligence, professionalism, and an ability to combine personal ambition with respect for the rights and well-being of others. Your greatest weakness. Emotional insecurity and fear of rejection. Your need to be in control and independent of others at all costs. Pride. Facility for ignoring people and matters that do not especially interest you or further your ends. Images for integration. A prophetic poet is awarded high honors. A historian points the way to the future. Having struggled unaided to the peak, a mountaineer hitches a ride on a passing helicopter.